actually like, you know, get the single push the nigga out, but it's like
I just be chilling. But no, it's like as a fan, you know what a concert is like. Have you ever been to a virtual concert? You have?
I see it online. I never fit.
Yeah, that was bad.
No, yeah. Well, we came from motherfucker got locked up for the nickel.
But it's not like that no more. So I just teach him the benefits of it. Of course, like I think I heard him talking to one of his homies the other day. Was like, your mom doesn't want you to come over because my dad smokes, right? So I think that's a thing too. But fuck it, fuck her.
I asked you and Snoop the same question. Snoop went through it, and he went through it. Like now, it's like legal and everything, but he went through it when it was illegal.
Oh, for
so
sure.
The difference when you have a kid when it's illegal.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, so.
Nah, I picked up my son. I was down in the back seat. They would have fucking took me to jail for that back in the day.
That's what happened as well. Were you involved with this, or they came at you, or it's like some ideas, some concoction?
Nah, man, this existed before me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, Be Real did a collab with them already. He has his own version. Shout out to Dr. Greendom, Burner and Cookies. They did a collab with them as well. And that's how I was able to stumble on it. It's a contraption. It's used for like multiple different things. But my homie Lonnie, actually, I've seen him online. And you know, Lonnie, you know, he would turn into an infant. Watch you turn into an
I was so aware of your mom, like laughing and watching. It was more embarrassing to me than
She loves that shit,
Yeah, and she wanted to say, I talked to I was smoking, blah, blah, blah.
She gave me the water too to save your life.
Well, remember I drunk other people's water? You were like, you don't even know whose water that is. I was the white tea water.
He was literally almost died.
I got out of there. I was explaining to my friends earlier before you got here that they took me on one of those, it was that red box, so they put me on the
Oh, you got stretchered out?
I got stretchered out. Snoop's on me. Snoop.
Oh, shit.
You didn't even know about that. so and then I was so hungry, I ate so much that I thought it was defeated already. So I stopped at like 4 restaurants that night.
That's awesome.
Blew my mind. I don't know. And then I drank in the wheel like day 2 or 3. I was like, yo, if I'm high one more time, I told you, I just went over this shit, yeah. Because I thought it was like some lace shit, this was shit. But I was high for like 2 days.
Now, wax is cool. I chilled on wax because I don't want to ruin anybody's opinion on it because I still sell concentrates. Wow. But for me personally, it's just a little too heavy, you know what I mean? Yeah. I like the flower smoke, not too much residue, it's really clean. The wax is not that clean. Oh wow. This is thick, like it's wax, you know what I'm saying? So after you melt it, it goes back to its original form. So you just see like fucking cake around that shit. And it's and I'll be on the move, I'll be on the go, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit's for everybody's ass.
Yeah, of course, we're saying that.
Yeah, there's a difference between, you know, kicking, you know, the homie.
Well, you are physically fit, and all your friends and professionals that I know that fuck with you, that train you, or people that work with you, said that you can fucking be a professional.
Yeah, I can bet.
You got the professional level.
Yeah, I can bet.
Jiu-jitsu right now, right?
Well, I don't do jiu-jitsu. I do Muay Thai and Taekwondo.
So, but you at the professional level.
I wouldn't say I'm at a professional level, but I would say I can compete.
So you can do what Floyd and Logan Paul's doing, that weird ass matchup.
Oh, that would be easy.
You can fuck with Logan Paul though?
I'm not gonna try to say that, but I would say like swag.
Like, you sure you see his head, like,
nah, bro.
It was crazy.
That sounds very swagger.
Yeah, a lot of my fans, like, they kind of like give me questions on what you, like, since they're watching you, because you show it, like, all over your
it's more like, you know, it just kind of like branches off into other stuff, because I just became a co-owner in this league called the PFL.
I'm about to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
You got this? Yeah, you got it.
Just forgot. PFL. Nah, but just from working out and being consistent and actually learning the real techniques.
I'm about to play Hopes and Dreams. That's on the deluxe part, right?
Yeah.
And featuring Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, sir.
You give me like one cool Nipsey Hussle connection that never was brought up.
So that's on the 10th anniversary. The song we talking about is called Hopes and Dreams. It's on the original Rolling Papers, but this is the 10th anniversary, so we brought that verse back. But Nipsey was, I think a lot of people might or might not know, but he was like a real good friend of mine. We all came up at the same time. We were on the Double XL covers together. You were there. That's crazy. That's like we met, right?
Yeah, I made the mistake. I apologize.
Since you knew me.
Well, before the small change, everybody had like a little tiny.
I had a big ass P chain on.
All right. See, Wiz is different. Wiz is different. When I had Pop Smoke had a like a little shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You gotta start somewhere. I started with a big ass P chain.
You know, bro, you're OG now, like to these young kids now. Isn't that crazy? You came at the right fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, can you say that Lil Wayne is slightly before you?
Oh yeah, nah. Lil Wayne's definitely my OG for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, like you're OG because there's so many new artists.
Yeah.
That came.
I think that I'm an OG. This is my personal opinion, and anybody can say whatever they want to. But I affected the culture.
You know what time?
I get it back. I didn't just come and go. It was my time. It was my time. Now I'm still here, but it's like when I came out, it was like, nigga, if you don't know about Wiz, all right, now we're dressing like Wiz, now we're smoking like Wiz, now we're making beats that Wiz would want to listen to, now we're singing and rapping like, so it's like, it's a whole little vibe. It's amazing. Oh, now we're on tour like Wiz. Now we're superstars like Wiz too.
That's amazing.
So it's cool. It's awesome. Be number one.
A lot of rappers can't fuck. Like they couldn't even.
Yeah, but I went to all different types of schools. I went to parties with white kids. I went to, when I got older, I started partying at colleges and just seeing the different vibes. And I started seeing how much that touched their crowd as much as like hardcore hip hop touches our crowd. But for me, I always thought like if I could do like not a gangster spin because I'm not no hood nigga, but like gangster, you know what I'm saying? Like just say some shit that niggas will want to hear over a pop beat. That made me feel good. And then being from Pittsburgh,
You're like, yo, I don't even know if I want to do this. Because people come up with this DT or the certain scientist or 1990s.
yeah.
When you're at that level, people are coming up with the craziest best of the craziest shit.
I don't smoke fan weed.
I feel bad, but I give it to people.
I
can't trust it.
I give it to the homies. There's somebody who needs it. Ever since I met Burner, that was the last person that I ever let give me weed.
Really?
Yeah, Burner brought a whole plant on stage back in the day, which was super cool, and he just showed us so much love. But I would say the craziest thing that I've been offered probably was recently by another bandmate. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but it was a crazy concoction, like a spray, but it was gonna do its thing though. And
that sounds like the slogan. It's a crazy spray. It's gonna do its thing.
It was finna do its thing.
Psychedelic?
Yeah, very much so.
Spray? I don't know about that.
Yeah, me.
I can overdo it real fast.
Me either. Yeah, you spray it and it does that. So I had to put that down.
I hope you had the DMT pads. He's like, if you want, just take one little pug. I'm like, dude, I got shit to do, but like for the next couple of years, I don't want to do that. I feel like what if it changes me?
Yeah, recreationally doing DMT doesn't sound like my thing either.
Maybe like.
I just like smoking weed, bro. Like,
you want to hit this gigantic donut? That shit is fucking fire.
I just like smoking pot.
Yep. So when you're at home, do you hit bongs? You hit bongs and shit, or are you taking dabs? Just all joints all the time.
Mostly joints all the time, especially because kids and with the babies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really too stony. I mean, I'm smoking hella weed, but this shit make me tired. This shit make me hungry. I gotta get throughout the day. I might smoke it like if the homies come over.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah. It's like for special occasions and shit like that.
Oh shit! I don't know why I expect you. Like, yeah, I got 3 rigs set up in my fucking balcony. I don't know why. I thought that's what it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So for bombs, you don't hit bombs no more?
No. It made me tired and fuck my chest up. I will if I got some shit to do. It's quick and it's like quick. Just go ahead and get it out the way.
Yeah.
Or if it's a long night and I just need to like snap back into it real quick, then I'll hit a bong really fast and that'll like speed things up. But other than that, I'm just on some smoking joints, chilling, cruising, get back home, smoke a few joints, eat. This is after my workout and shit. I used to smoke like 2 or 3 joints before I work out. It'll take
That's so much time.
now 4 of these big ass joints is good for like the morning until after my workout, and then after that,
Well, you're constantly burning them.
yeah,
Because it takes like 40 minutes to smoke these.
yeah,
It's like that's the exact size joint that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I roll those motherfuckers.
yeah. That's why you just roll fat and
Yeah, it has to be like at least 2
rolling
minutes.
fat and that's that.
How did you just kind of touched on it, but I was gonna ask, how did you meet Burner? Like, how did that happen?
Mr. Fab actually.
Mr. Fab, let's go.
Yeah. Me and Mr. Fab, we have been on the road a couple times. He performed at some colleges, and I performed at some colleges, and we were using an app that predated Twitch and IG Live and all of that shit. It's called Ustream.
Oh yeah.
And
That's where Rogan started.
Rogan started on Ustream as well. All the OGs, man. And yeah, so we were like a small community on there, especially of artists. And being that he was on there, I followed him, and I was doing a show in the Bay Area, and I hit him up. Was like, yo, I need some weed. I'm in the Bay. I know you. He's like, I don't smoke, but I'm gonna send you to the homie who does. And he sent me to Burner Shop, and then so that's his history.
Oh shit.
Not for real.
Yo, I heard the DJ Fresh on the album.
Yeah. DJ Fresh.
Speaking of DJ, Bay Area legendary ass fools.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Tonight Shows. Have you ever done a Tonight Show?
I haven't. He wants to do one. I'm going to actually end up knocking one out or something.
Dude, that'd be legendary as
Yeah,
hell.
it'll probably take like a week or something like that. I actually have a couple songs ready. I got like 6 right now, so we do like 2 more sessions where we could have go. Yeah, so it's happening. It's actually already happening.
Oh, that shit threw me back, man.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you like the DJ Fresh choice, man. It was essential to have certain people, on the album. And I first worked with DJ Fresh through Currency. I already knew his work, but I just didn't know that we would go so well together. And Currency, one time when I went to go visit him, he was like, yo, I got these beats, but I actually want to give them to you, so to see what you do with them. I was like, damn. And yeah, it was on after that.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I read that you rolled Black and Yellow in like 10 seconds.
In like 10 seconds.
It was like 10 minutes.
Like,
For real, like,
what was that moment? Like, did you realize what you were doing in that moment when that happened, or was it just
Yeah.
random?
Yeah. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Oh,
It was
shit.
one of those intentional things. I had just come off of doing Cushion Orange Juice, and it was just me and Will in the studio. And the whole mind state for Cushion Orange Juice, of course, is like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I wanna do. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me anything. I know who my fans are, and fuck everybody.
Okay. Yeah. That's our attitude.
Yeah. And when I got in the studio for Black and Yellow, I was working with Atlantic, and I had already been around a lot of label people before and shit. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do this shit my way. I'm not gonna let anybody really dictate how this goes just because I'm in this situation. Like, I'm gonna take the same attitude and apply it to my music over here. And I was like, I'm not gonna be difficult to work with because I wanna make a hit, and I wanna, I wanna play ball. I wanna apply myself to this part of the game because I see myself as a big artist. So I wanna do things that big artists do. And I'm listening to the beats, and of course they're not really in my pocket or anything like that. So I just took it upon myself to be creative and just come up with the first thing that came to my head. I was like, if these aren't necessarily gonna be the exact beats that I'm gonna write to, I'm just gonna let go of everything that I normally would do, and just the first thing that comes to my head, I'm gonna, lay these ideas. So when they played the beat, It was me and Will in the studio. I looked at Will. I was like, I got an idea for this song. Probably sounds stupid, but it's the first thing I thought about, and that's what I said I'm going to record. I was like, what if I did a song about Pittsburgh and said black and yellow over this part right here? He was like, do it. I'm like, all right, cool, bring me up. So they just brought it up, and I went in the booth. And I recorded the first verse really fast because I had just bought the Black and Yellow Challenger, so I was like, I already had that verse to rap about. And then I did the hook, and then I did the second verse, and then we kind of edited the hook to make it make more sense as far as radio and stuff like that. But the Black and Yellow was always the tagline. We just moved some things around to make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at the end of that session, we all knew that it was something that could be big, but everybody looked at it like a regional song.
Yeah.
And
You
something.
would think it would be.
Me too. But I was passionate about it, and the Steelers ended up doing really well that year, so it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we couldn't even fucking pay the Steelers to win that many times. But every time they scored, the fucking song
Bumping it.
played. Yeah, hell yeah.
But then, was YouTube even that relevant? I mean, it was that was like 2008. I remember that was like the Waka Flocka, like Wild Boys era, damn near.
Yeah.
So when it hit, did it blow up on YouTube, or was that still like that was still like a music video?
Yeah,
Blow up, right?
yeah. That was more. We dropped the song in August of 2010, I think, and by February 2011, it had went #1. So it took a long
Damn.
time.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit.
it took a minute for it to build up. But just through radio, it was a really big radio song.
Oh,
Yeah.
every time a DJ like swap out now with DJ
Yeah.
Tag Leader, like all right, we're gonna do
It
the hottest
was-
song in America.
Yeah.
Those fans were saying that
Constantly,
shit.
bro.
It was a huge radio song.
That's when you know.
That's when you fucking
That's
know.
when you know.
I didn't even want to like. I'm a diehard Bills fan. I was like, I can't like this shit. I did not like this shit.
It was all over the place, and then the Steelers, you know, going to the Super Bowl that year, that really took it over the top, and it just set up a really big situation where I was getting all this mainstream love, but it wasn't out of nowhere. Like all of my fans were like, "This is our guy. Like we've been waiting for y'all to see what we see." Like,
The whole city.
Yeah, so it was like, you know, it was perfect timing. It was really perfect timing. All of the work had come to a head at the right
The
point.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
At the pinnacle of American
Well, that's what I'm
culture.
saying. Without paying for it. You know? Yeah.
That's I always ask the question to certain people like, was it artists, comedians, and actors? Like, so what was the time the project you did, the thing you did, you went home with? Oh, this is different. I'm about to fucking be big. Like, you look in the mirror and go, I did that shit.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody knows that you go home like, I don't care how big of an artist is the biggest actor, Brad
Yeah.
Pitt. One of these fools goes home and goes,
Yeah. Yeah. Black and Yellow is my montage.
That's his,
song.
right?
That's my push it to the limit on Scarface when you start counting all that money.
yeah, I love that
Start
example.
Smiling and shit.
With a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're carrying, then the banker's looking up
Yeah.
as they're walking with all the
Yeah.
money. I love that fucking, the white tiger.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you working a job, or what were you doing before, like you started like signing deals and shit?
Yeah, no, I never had a job.
Never?
Hell no.
Not even as a kid?
No.
Whoa.
Mm.
Oh, that's why you like to smoke joints and hang out. Hell yeah, you're relaxed, man. I smoke joints like I'm about to fucking bench press, like
Yeah.
fucking getting ready, power smoking shit.
Yeah, I never had a job. I was always doing music. And
Since a kid?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is, you're just, all right, you're just one of those like,
When did you start buying studio time and shit?
I really started actually just buying equipment, and I learned how to use that shit myself. I started making my own beats and putting my own albums out. And when my dad had opened up a studio, so he made it available for me to do all of this shit. He didn't even think I was really gonna like take it that serious. He was just like, okay, you like music, I'm gonna get a studio. And he was doing his thing, but I'm in another room putting a whole project together. So
What
I did
age?
14.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, this is your life. This is everything.
Yeah, I was 14. I stopped hanging out with my friends. I could quit playing basketball. I stopped doing all of that shit and just really focused on music. And this was when LimeWire and Napster and all of that shit was popping. So I would download instrumentals and like freestyle and rap over instrumentals. That was my form of like, coming up.
Sound click.
Yeah. And so like after 14, 15, I started actually like saving up money, going to the studio. Studio time was like 100 for an hour, so I would get like an hour or two. But I would already have my raps ready.
Ready to go.
Yeah, so I would go to the studio, and by the time I was 16, everybody in the studio was like, "Damn, bro, you're really fucking good. You're better than the adults." And it wasn't just the raps, but it was how I would say, like my voice and
Delivery.
how clean I was and how fast I would do shit. 'Cause I would just rap it straight through, and they were used to like having to like punch fools in all day. But I'm like, I only got an hour. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna spend all of this time punching for? I'm trying to get this shit done.
Yeah, it costs more.
They're like, bro, you still got like 35 minutes left. Like, and I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Mix that shit.
yeah, hell yeah. But just based off of that, E-Dan was the main guy at the studio. He still is. And it was a group of them actually, a bunch of like 3 or 4 guys who I was working with, who really, molded me at that young ass age where I was still in high school, but every day I would leave high school and come to the studio, or they would let me like, run and grab shit. I was basically a runner for the studio, and I would get work release from school. They sign papers like it was a real job and shit.
ROT?
Yeah, so I'm 16.
Sick.
Getting studio time.
Let's go
on
credit
couple
for it.
projects. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I started releasing mixtapes in 11th grade, and after that, it's been pretty much
Now we're here.
nonstop. You can still go get the mixtapes that I had from 11th grade. Like you can hear all of that shit. So like I've been doing this for a long ass motherfucking time.
But like your fans watch you grow up.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, 100%.
Like, man, you got more tattoos now? Shit, you have a kid?
No,
You're 30?
Yeah.
How old? Like, I get it, dude, because I've been, like I said, I've been seeing this the whole time. My homies,
Yeah.
it's weak. We're all weak with podcasts, man. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't go to a festival like without hearing your music.
Oh yeah. And then
It's
even like,
culture, at this
with
point.
me, it's like if you hear one song, you're gonna go down a fucking crazy ass rabbit hole of everything, like just the whole collection. Like my catalog is really crazy, and I'm proud of it too. There's nothing in there that I would be like, I would have never released that. Like it's all part of the the big plan.
Love that.
Yeah.
How'd your parents feel about weed?
My dad wasn't really with it because he just grew up thinking that weed like slows you down and it fucks you up, and it's just like for stupid people. And then especially like showing that shit publicly, because I was on MySpace, my profile picture was me smoking.
As a kid?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he couldn't believe that shit. He was like, oh my God, bro. He was like, I don't even know who this is. He's like, but for me, I just see, I didn't see it as being that bad. Like, in my city where I was from, in Pittsburgh, in the areas that I was in, weed was chill. Like, it was the other stuff that you had to worry about.
Look, we're almost damn near the same age. Being in 11th grade with a blunt or a joint in your mouth in your profile picture, you're pushing that shit, dude.
For real?
Yeah. Hell yeah, 'cause you go to school like, oh, that's the kid.
Yeah.
All the teachers, he's the one with the joints.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the one that makes music. Like, we already
But
know.
I smell like weed when I come to class, though.
You just
You
don't give
already
a
know
fuck.
what it's him.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm walking
You're not
through the
trying
door.
to-
Yeah, I'm coming to class.
Oh, never mind.
Smell like bud.
I was always afraid my mom was gonna fucking stop.
Oh, that's the thing. I was just telling you about my dad. My mom smokes weed.
Oh.
Yeah, I smoke weed with my mom.
Oh, we know that now, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was.
Oh, like
That's
growing
different.
up. Yeah,
That's
like
different.
growing up, it was no thing to have pot in the house. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. It was
You got a
chill.
sick ass life.
It was super chill. That shit kept me out of trouble, man.
Hell yeah, come home and smoke weed instead of go out and do dumb shit with dumb ass fools.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I was trying to tell him. Just let me
Yeah.
get smoked. Oh,
You were locked the fuck in. Look what it did.
Yeah, for real.
It depends who you are.
Yeah, I was super locked in. And the only thing about it was that it was illegal, considered illegal. So if I got